Guys, welcome to my channel. While both of my children are asleep right now, I wanted to talk to you about my decision to freeze my eggs. I froze my eggs like 5 years ago now. It was right after I went on The Bachelor Crystal season. I had talked about this a little bit in my gluten-free video, but I went to a gynecologist when I was living in California. She basically told me that the lining of my uterus was really thin and she didn't think I would be able to have children. So that was like a boom, like messed me up for so long because I always wanted a family and I knew that in my soul. It's actually one of the things that Evan and I talked about when we were on Bachelor in Paradise, because I said, you know, I just want you to know, like, I've been told it might be really hard for me to have children, and I was like, that's one thing I think is so great, that you already have kids. And we talked about adoption, and I told him that I had froze my eggs, and so that was always a route, like if I could carry, we could get a surrogate. So it's completely insane that like I have kids of my own that were semen egg based. That's why when I got pregnant with Bella was right after, well, when I was at our wedding. I was pregnant and didn't know it. We found out a few days later, but honestly, we were so surprised because I had been told it was gonna be so hard for me to have kids. The fact that we were pregnant was like totally, it was just like the biggest shock, you guys. Like, we were so shocked. I had met Whitney Bischoff, now her name's Whitney Bischoff Angel, which, what a beautiful name, on Crystal's season. She was the winner. What does that even mean? You win, Crystals. Ooh, good job. She was a fertility nurse at a clinic called OVA, and she was talking to me about it. She's like, would you ever freeze your eggs? And so I thought, you know, gosh, I should, because I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to have kids naturally because of what this this doctor, like, what a horrible thing to do to someone when you don't even have all the facts. Like, she did an ultrasound and then she just came at me with like, I don't think you're gonna be able to have kids. Like, that's so wild to me. I went through the process, which I had filmed all of these videos for OVA Fertility Clinic, which is who froze my eggs, and I'm going to link their website down. You guys, they're the best. Everyone is so kind. Obviously, like, Whitney still works there and she's the best, but all the women who are there, the head doctor is a guy who's the funniest. They froze my eggs and I documented the whole thing. So what you're about to see is me with super blonde hair. I was dating this guy who had just broken up with me on Valentine's Day, and that next day, or maybe it was the day of, I don't know, I started all of the shots and all of the whole process. And honestly, like, you guys, the process was life-changing and amazing. And Evan and I still have talked about, like, if we'd ever want kids in the future. And, you know, I'm not ready to do that right now, or maybe ever, but the fact that I do have eggs out there that are frozen, that are just waiting for if I ever want them, is super amazing. So what you're gonna see right now is me 5 years ago going through the process of freezing my eggs. It's so cool. If you're looking and thinking about doing it, just like reach out to OVA, because they're awesome and they will answer all your questions. Watch and learn. Hello everyone, this is my first diary entry. I'm a first timer at this whole egg freezing and doing video diaries. So hi, I'm Carly. I'm going to Chicago tomorrow to get everything started. I am nervous, but I'm also really excited. I had a lot of hormonal problems for years and years and years. You know, 5 years ago, they told me that they didn't think that I could have kids. And so just getting this opportunity is just such a huge blessing, because now I don't have to worry about that anymore. And I have the best backup plan in the entire world. I know how much I want kids, and I know that this is the first time in my entire life that I've taken a step towards that. And as a woman who is single, I mean, I have a boyfriend now, but, you know, who knows? Boyfriends come and go. But it's the first time that I can take this into my own hands and say, hey, I want kids. I'm 30. Let's do it. Let's give my kids, my kids that are gonna happen, the best chance. Tomorrow is the day. I got to Chicago today, and everything is happening tomorrow morning. And you know, I'm nervous, but I'm not super nervous. I'm actually really excited. The only thing I'm worried about is if something could go wrong. You know, what could go wrong? I'm not actually sure what that entails. So that's something I need to discuss tomorrow morning. But I also know that I'm in really good hands. Tomorrow morning at 7:30 is the start, and I'm ready. I'm more ready for this than I think I've ever been for anything. Okay, so I am about to start all of my shots, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting a little bit nervous. Yeah, I mean, my hands are actually shaking, which they shouldn't, because I'm about to administer a shot to myself, so shaking hands would probably not be the best thing to have right now. I'm going to try to make my hands stop shaking, and I'm just going to take a few deep breaths. You know what, Carly? Think of the end goal. The shot is nothing. The end goal is everything. So I'm just going to think about that. Think about what the shot means in the end. Hi! Okay, so it's day 2 of injections. Yesterday, the injection part itself went really well, but right afterwards, I did start feeling like I was going to faint. I did start getting a little nauseous, so I had to lay down. I just drank some water. And I think it's because I was just really anxious about doing the whole thing. So I felt great all day, so I'm not going to worry about it this time. And I'm going to breathe, and I'm going to be fine, and be close to a couch in case I have to faint. And then I have a soft place to land. Day 2, administering shots. Okay, so I'm going to do the same like I did yesterday. I'm going to do this pen first. So I'm going to go over here. Okay, this one always hurts a little bit worse. Deep breath. I'm gonna take another one. This is the day after my second appointment. I'm about to do my shots for the 4th day. One of my shots increased. I went from 225 to 300, so that's something that I'm going to be changing today. But honestly, I feel really good. I don't feel sick. I don't feel tired. I don't feel weird. Nothing on my ultrasound today was strange, which is incredible. And it was just a cool day. It made me feel even more comfortable than I already did. And next week is going to be a really big week. And then, you know, the next week I'm going to have my eggs taken out. And I just feel so comfortable. And shots are less scary, and everything's less scary. And I feel like I absolutely made the right decision. Yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm not nervous anymore. I just feel like I'm on the right path and like I'm doing the right thing. And hi, me again. So I just did my 5th day of shots. Okay, I'm gonna get emotional. But today has been kind of hard for me. So Valentine's Day weekend, over the weekend, day after Valentine's Day, my boyfriend and I broke up. He told me he doesn't know if he wants to get married and have kids after we've had 1,000 conversations about getting married and having kids. I feel like I'm starting to have a little bit different of an outlook. Who knows if I ever use these, who they're going to be with. You know, me going into this being alone, I think I was supposed to. Because it gave me time to really concentrate on what this means for me and what this means as a woman. And it is emotional. It's, you know, I mean, your hormones are crazy anyway, but this is something that you're doing for your future. And, you know, as a single woman, it does mean more. It feels a lot different than when I thought I had someone to maybe go through this with me. I don't feel alone because I feel like I'm doing this for my future children that are cheering me on, and I feel like they're giving me support even though they don't exist yet. And to the women that come into this knowing that without someone right now they're still doing this for their future, I say bravo, because I almost wish I had done that. So that's how I'm feeling today. I'm feeling like this means something different than it did before, something a lot more meaningful than it did before. I had a day to just sit and think. I have been really sad because obviously I just went through a breakup and lots of things in my life are not going according to plan. And then I started thinking about that plan and about my femininity and about my independence. And so I started writing, which is what I do when I feel any sort of way. So I kind of wanted to read you a little bit of what I wrote. I was watching Super Soul Sunday and I had this moment where she says, I wanted a place for people to go and wake up. And I feel like in that moment, I thought, oh my gosh, like I want to wake up. So this is kind of what I wrote about that. I don't know where to start, but I do know that I've been set up for a good wake up start. 1, breakup. 2, egg freezing. 3, girlfriends. 4, solitude in a city for weeks. And I realized that the common denominator of all these things is taking care of my independent self. It's easy to forget when you're distracted by the world, by your partner, or by your friends. I hadn't even given myself a chance to think about what egg freezing meant
for me. I had just spent so much time thinking and trying to make sure that I have a backup plan in case it was ever hard to get pregnant. I had even put his name on my eggs, but these weren't anyone's eggs but mine. And they would be mine until I decided what to do with them and when the time is right to do something with them. If I wanted to travel by myself for the next 10 years across Europe, I can. If I don't find my husband for 10 years, I have a plan. If God forbid I ever get a disease and I can't carry, I have a plan. If I end up not wanting kids for 10 or 20 years or ever, I can donate them and I have a plan. And my kids will be taken care of because of what I'm doing as an independent woman now. And I can hear them thanking me from far off in the distance. And honestly, that's just kind of what I've been thinking of, that thank God I am going through this alone, because I don't know what's going to happen, but I do know that I really do have the best backup plan in the whole world. I can't plan for a lot in life, and neither can you. But this is one thing that you can plan. I just think that that is really cool, and I've been thinking about that a lot, and I just wanted to share that with you. So I'm celebrating inside right now because today was the last day of my shots. It's Wednesday. I get my eggs taken out on Saturday. We're so close. I'm just so excited because today I went in for an ultrasound and blood work. I'm just so ready and I have no fear about it. Seriously, I know I keep saying this, but like I feel like I'm absolutely in the best hands. So, it is the night before my procedure. My extraction is at 9:30 and I'm so ready. So, I did it. I made it. This is actually the day after my surgery. I had a little bit of pain, but it wasn't bad. Like a tiny bit of cramping. Honestly, when I get my period, my cramps are like 300,000 times worse than that. But it went totally smooth. I'm so glad that I did this for a million reasons. I remember yesterday, I was talking about how I'm a very impulsive person. And I usually don't plan for anything. I kind of just fly by the seat of my pants and I just go. This is honestly the first time in my entire life that I have planned for something in my future. And it's not just something like, oh, let me set aside money to buy a car in 5 years or whatever. It's like, I want a family. And that is one thing in my life that I want a husband and I want a family. But it's like something that I could actually plan for. And I had never made decisions like that. And I think that I'm so proud of myself for being able to do this. It made me feel really strong. It made me feel really smart. I don't feel smart a lot, and I felt really, really smart. It made me feel empowered. It made me feel feminine. It made me feel ready to take on the next big decision and start planning for my future in a different way than I ever have. And that is really not something that I have normally done. It not only was a physical journey, but it was also like an emotional journey. And I'm going back home to Nashville tomorrow feeling like I can just live now, and that part of me that wants a family, I have that part now. And I just feel like I'm going back stronger and more powerful and ready. And I think that that's a really cool and exciting place to be. And I wasn't like that before. I feel like I've changed and grown in thought and like more than I have in a really long time. And it feels incredible. How cool to have a physical and emotional change in 2 weeks like this. And I think my kids are applauding me. They're like, yes, Mom, you did it. We did it. So that's where I'm at. Bye.
Okay, guys, wasn't that like super amazing? Like, to me, it's just like the craziest, coolest. It was honestly like just a life-changing experience. I just wanted to say that I know fertility is so hard for so many people. I was so lucky, and I know that I was so lucky, and I just consider myself blessed every day for being able to have kids naturally. I just wanted to share this with you because it was such a, like I said, just a life-changing thing for me, and it could be for you too. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please like this video. Again, I'm gonna link Ova's website at the bottom, so if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Also, give Whitney a shout out because she's my girl. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel as well. Tell your friends about it. I'm gonna be doing so many new videos coming up. Let me know what kind of things you would like to see. I'll see you next week. Bye.